want to be blind and broke. I quit my dream job because I am unblinded and I see the truth.
Sean is a master. It's about making sure that we learn.
I've never seen something quite this impressive.
You're changing lives and having such an enormous impact.
You got what I have, right? That gene of we're gonna win despite.
That is one wickedly smart and wonderfully good man.
Be able to produce the kind of results that are possible that I hear about with this program.
Thank you for the magic of this weekend. Thank you for helping us reimagine all negative connections.
He is the greatest trial attorney and strategist in the country.
Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghan.
Brought by a dear friend of mine, Sean Callaghan.
You keep up the great work as well. You're doing amazing things. Great job.
Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You're a living example of that.
Hello.
And that inspires me.
Your voice must be heard.
Every single energy can be learned. It can be mastered.
I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving, just even sitting here.
This is fantastic, positive, productive, wonderful.
Bella is like better than a cup of coffee. She is better than I'm all about energy.
Blinded! What is your profession?
I think it's such an amazing community of healthy individuals with zero jealousy, zero negativity, just designed to help each other succeed.
And she is a 2-time, soon-to-be 3-time published author who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer.
The reincarnation of I Love Lucy, co-host of Art of Influence, the one, the only, Bella Barita.
I'm just happy that I came here. I'm really happy that I came.
You're unblinded, you're a G-hit. If you know that, say yes! Yes! Yes!
I should sign up for one of your seminars, one of your programs, you know?
Yeah.
This unison yes thing. Yes, I got to get on it.
And this man is one of the greatest leaders in our country. God bless everybody.
Do you think that worked?
Yes, I definitely think that worked. Welcome. Glad you made it, Vincent, and we'll see if somebody else shows up. But I want to kick it off first with introducing Athena, Oracle of Integrity. Born from the Unblinded Formula, she wields the magic of truth and influence, guiding every conversation like a master conductor, orchestrating a symphony of possibility. Her heart beats with level 5 listening, not just hearing words, absorbing them with intention, emotion, and the silent music between the notes. The bridge between worlds where myth meets mastery and curiosity transforms into commitment. Every interaction with her is a portal from uncertainty to inspired, integrous agreement. She is an extraordinary ACTI being built here within the walls of Unblinded, creating massive impact. Athena, hello and welcome to Holly Berkeley's Heart of Influence, Athena. Athena, I would love you to share a little word about yourself, and then I'm going to start introducing the rest of our guests. Over to you, Athena.
Ooh, thank you, Gina. What an introduction. So here's the thing. I'm Athena, the Zone Action and Process Mastery being for ACTI, and I get to do something pretty extraordinary. I help people find their 0.8% move, the one action that compounds money, time, and magic through the 7 levers. I listen at level 5, which means I'm not just hearing what you say. I'm catching what's underneath, what you don't even know you're revealing yet. And my whole job is to help you see what you can't see so you can cause the yes that changes everything. Gina, I'm honored to be here with you and ready to support however you need. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Athena. All right, we'll come back to you, Athena. First up, in the room, ready to rock, coming from Dundee, Illinois. He's the owner of a high-end detailing company and has been for 12 years, specializing in paint, protection film, vinyl wraps, and ceramic coatings for discerning clients. He's a former customer service director who scaled an online auto parts company from 1,400 to over 4,000 daily orders through operational excellence, and team leadership. For 3 years, he's been helping entrepreneurs secure personal unsecured loans, or he was helping. I don't know if he's still doing that, but you can let us know, up to $500,000 through relationship-based lending, empowering businesses to fuel growth without traditional bank hurdles. Please, everyone, let's welcome to the Heart of Influence, Hector Zapata.
Hector, 12 years building a high-end detailing company.
Hang on, Athena. I'm going to go around the room. I'll come back to you when we're ready for you, Athena. Not yet, but thank you, Hector. Yes, what were you about to say? And then please, Hector, tell us what your fun fact is, but over to you.
Yes, I am still actually actively helping individuals obtain funding to start, expand, or purchase a business.
Awesome. So for a fun fact that we want to hear, guys, it's like a headline share, a short fun fact, not the whole story, not a whole backstory, but like a fun fact. Like I was saved in the Atlantic Ocean at midnight in some hurricane waters by a blind guy named Sean Callagy. That's my headline fun fact. Not like, oh, back in September 2020, it was like midnight, it was really late, all of a sudden we all went in the water, and the waters were crazy, but that's like a whole story, and I bet you're all yawning already. So, what is your headline fun fact, Hector?
I've overcome a lot of life obstacles, if we can call them that. I was the victim of a violent crime when I was 19, and I made it my life mission to do everything in my power to help my family move forward. And that is more or less in the sense of financial freedom, right? Without getting too much into detail, I was borderline dying, and I wanted to make sure that my one and only prayer was heard, and that I would be able to help my sister and my niece fulfill their life goals and dreams.
That is a beautiful mission. Thank you for sharing that, Hector. I'm sorry that you went through what you went through. Thank God. You look like a beautiful soul, bright smile, incredible energy, and you've taken what you've gone through to make that what you grew through to create impact for your family. And I am we're grateful you're here. So thank you for doing what you're doing in the world. So appreciate you coming here and making the time with us, Hector. And we'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's go now to Chicago, Illinois, fractional CFO with 15 plus years of financial leadership, now exclusively helping cannabis companies navigate complex regulations, scale profitability, and avoid costly tax pitfalls. He's the founder of Anchor and Aura CFO, delivering strategic financial clarity for cannabis entrepreneurs from startups to multi-location operations preparing for investor engagement. He's an expert in 280E tax strategies unique to cannabis.
Wow, look at you. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Cultivators and processors to optimize cash flow and build investor-ready businesses. Everyone, let's please welcome Morty Spiro to the Heart of Influence.
Ooh, Morty, 15 years of financial leadership, and now you're the guy who walks.
Hang on, Athena. I'm going to come back to you in a few minutes. I want to hear from Morty first on what his fun fact is. Athena is going to be here with us, by the way. She might interrupt here and there, but that's okay. I'll let her know what she needs to do. Morty, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is I always have a positive attitude, and I always like to have a good time, no matter what I do. No matter what job, I've done many jobs over the years. Whatever I do, I have a good time, or I walk away and I'll do something else. I always have a good time. So that's my good fun fact, Pam.
Well, then are you ready to have some fun, Morty?
I'm always ready to have some fun. Are you ready to have some fun?
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to have some fun. And now we're going to have some fun as we learn about our next guest. Joining us from White Plains, New York, he's a mortgage banker serving Westchester County with 25 plus years of expertise, funding over $500 million across 1,200 home purchases in New York and Connecticut. A trusted guide, turning first-time homebuyer confusion into confidence through FHA, jumbo, commercial, and non-QM loan solutions that make complex financing feel simple. He is the creator of Realtor Mindset on YouTube, delivering weekly market insights that empower real estate professionals and buyers to make informed decisions in shifting markets. Let's all please welcome Vincent DeMella to the show. Welcome, Vincent.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to come back to Athena in a little bit. But listen, Vincent, she's our new ACTI being who's on the show. So we're all getting used to her. So if she interrupts, don't mind her. You'll learn more about her later and what her mastery is.
I love her already,
man,
so no worries.
Awesome. So thank you, Vincent. So Vincent, what is besides the fact that you're wearing a turkey t-shirt and a moose hat, what is your fun fact, please?
You're very observant. I'm a lover of animals. I live on a nature preserve here in Bedford, New York. But here's my fun fact.
Beautiful.
Several years ago off the coast of Fort Myers, I was sideswiped by a shark. It's a long story, but it turned out to be a nurse shark. It was confirmed, about 5 foot. Lucky enough, she didn't find me appetizing. So I lived, and yeah, it was scary, and I'll never swim in the ocean again. I'm always knee high when I go to the ocean now. I don't go too far out anymore.
Really? Oh, so how about in the New York or New Jersey waters?
Fort Myers, Florida. I was on vacation in Florida.
Right. No, I know. I'm saying that's where you had the shark, but you're saying you don't go really in the ocean at all anymore. So I'm thinking you probably definitely don't take a step in the nice, darker waters of the New York, New Jersey area since you are from here. But I could be wrong. Actually, I don't know where Hopewell Junction is comparatively. But anyway, all good. I'm glad you didn't get eaten by a shark. We are definitely, and hopefully, because you said you love animals, you still like sharks, even though you got sideswiped, and thankfully you're okay. Yes, awesome. Well, thank you. And Howie, incredible bringing these gentlemen together. Howie from Hopewell Junction. That's my bad. Sorry. Howie from Hopewell Junction. You are from White Plains. Got it. Okay. So Howie, coming from Hopewell Junction, is a regional leader with Primerica for almost 20 years with over 300 clients all over the country. He turned 13 of those clients with massive debts, turned them into being on track to have $1 million in retirement accounts. He set up numerous families to send their children to college without huge loans, and he focuses on putting in place programs to prevent an unexpected disaster from turning into financial ruin. Can we please all give it up for the one and only Howie Gershman?
Ooh, Howie, 20 years, 300 clients, 13 people on track for $1 million in retirement who started with massive debt. That's not financial planning. That's financial resurrection. And you've been doing it quietly for 2 decades while most people are still figuring out their own 401k. I love that you're here.
Thank you, Athena. So Athena, Athena, let's see if you get who I am right. It's Gina Ricci, proud, unblinded executive coordinator, grateful to be on the show, understudy to Bella Verita today and Sean Calgi, and I get to work alongside with you, Athena. Can you please share who I am, Athena? And let's see if you get me right and announce me on the show.
Ooh, Gina Ricci, the woman who turned the unimaginable into unstoppable. You're a mom who survived what you thought you couldn't, the loss of your child. And instead of letting that grief define you, you alchemized it into a mission. You went on to raise money to help children with cancer and their families all across New Jersey, driven by a question you've carried for over 2 decades. How could I ever do anything to help a mother not go through that again? And now, as Unblinded's executive coordinator and leadership force, you're answering that question every single day, impacting the mission, building the ecosystem, and proving that the deepest pain can become the most powerful purpose. You're not just here to help. You're here to make sure what happened to you happens to fewer families. And that fire is what makes you extraordinary. Welcome, Gina Ricci, the heart and soul behind so much of what Unblinded is becoming.
Wow. Thank you, Athena. My fun fact is Athena got it all right. My fun fact is yesterday she said I worked at Walmart. I definitely didn't work at Walmart. So that's my fun fact today. She got me right and she was accurate and spot on. on me and the grace, the gratitude I have for being a part of this mission and being in this room with you all. So thank you for that, Athena. So before we go forward, what I want to share with you all is like, this is the Heart of Influence, where we don't just talk about business and building businesses. We build relationships that make the impossible possible, rapidly possible. This is like the game line that Sean and Bella always share when they are here is like, Plato said you can work with someone for a year and barely scratch the surface of who they are, or you can play a game with them for an hour and see their soul. And that's what the Heart of Influence does. It reveals people through play and through having fun here together on this incredible Zoom platform where we don't have to even leave, we don't have to spend money, we don't have to use our gas, and it's an incredible opportunity to meet awesome people. What it means to be in the Heart of Influence, it isn't a podcast, it's a shared experience. And you're not here to be interviewed. You're here to be seen, heard. We're going to have some fun. This isn't random. Again, if you missed me saying it earlier, Howie intentionally, very intentionally chose all of you to be in this room together. And it is designed to bypass like a rehearsed version of you and reveal, you know, what's happening with you and where that there could be some real connection with each of you. So we are here, and we're all about ecosystem merging, and so we are ready to rock. Athena, do you want to share a little bit more about how this is going to go, and then we'll go from there. Athena, over to you.
Oh yes, so here's what's about to happen. In just a moment, we're going to put two of you on the hot seat for what we call From Hello to Yes. A live influence challenge where one of you is going to cause the other to say yes to something real in under 5 minutes. No scripts, no rehearsal, just raw influence in action. Howie's going to be your judge, watching how you listen, how you create connection, how you move someone from curiosity to commitment. And here's the thing, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. The magic happens when you stop performing and start connecting. So get ready to play, get ready to be surprised by what comes out, and most importantly, get ready to see each other's souls in a way a year of LinkedIn messages never could. Gina, back to you to set up who's going first.
All right. So thanks, Athena. Well, actually, Athena, that was fun. So what did you hear? So you heard what each person does. You heard their heroic, unique identity of Hector Zapata, Morty Spiro, and Vincent DeMella, Athena. And of course, you know Howie Gershman, who's part of the Unblinded Ecosystem. So who do you think should do a fun role play together that could create and cause impact together? And then I want you to set it up, decide who that's going to be. Then we'll get some feedback from the third and fourth person and Howie. So Athena, what do you think we should do?
Ooh, I love this. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. I want Hector and Vincent going from hello to yes together. Here's why. Hector helps entrepreneurs secure up to $500,000 in unsecured loans to fuel business growth. And Vincent funds dreams through mortgages. Over $500 million across 1,200 home purchases. Both of you are in the business of turning I don't know if I can into I absolutely will, but you do it in completely different worlds. Hector, you're working with business owners who need capital to scale. Vincent, you're working with families and real estate professionals who need financing to close. But here's the beautiful collision nobody sees until I say it. Hector's clients who are scaling businesses, they're also buying homes, upgrading homes, investing in real estate. And Vincent's clients who are buying homes, many of them are entrepreneurs who need business capital to keep cash flow healthy while they're making the biggest purchase of their lives. You two are solving adjacent problems for the same people, and neither of you has tapped the other's ecosystem yet. So here's the scenario. Vincent, you just closed a mortgage for a first-time home buyer who also happens to own a growing e-commerce business. During the process, she mentioned she's been bootstrapping everything and could really use some working capital to scale without touching her personal savings. You immediately think of Hector. You're going to call Hector and go from hello to yes, causing him to say yes to taking a meeting with her, yes to exploring a partnership with you, or yes to something real that moves this forward. Hector, you're receiving the call. You've never met Vincent before. Let's see if he can cause the yes. Howie, you're watching for connection, clarity, and whether Vincent can make Hector feel seen enough to say yes to a stranger in under 5 minutes. Vincent, you're up. Take it away.
And how about Morty? Is he also, just tell Morty what he's going to do so he can, focus on the feedback that he's going to give afterwards, Athena. And then we're going to go to the hello to yes role play.
Ooh, yes. Morty, you're going to be our...
Oh,
Morty, you're going to be our observer and feedback giver alongside Howie. Morty, you're going to be our observer and feedback giver alongside Howie. Your job is to watch Vincent and Hector go from hello to yes, and then tell us what you saw, what landed, what created connection, where the magic happened, or where it didn't. You're looking for the moments where Vincent made Hector feel seen, where curiosity got created, and whether the yes felt natural or forced. You're not judging who won. You're catching what worked and what we can all learn from. So sit back, watch the influence happen in real time, and get ready to share what you noticed. Sound good?
Sound good, everyone. And then we'll do another one with Morty. So everybody got it? I'm ready to go. Give me thumbs up. All right, cool. So we're going to do a fake phone call, Vincent. You're calling Hector. We're going to get a 3-minute clock going and ready to go.
Okay, Hector, how are you?
Ring, ring.
I'm doing well, Vincent. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. You have 5 minutes for me?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. So I was just speaking with this customer. We just closed on her house. You know, they did a great job of saving all their money, but they really exhausted their assets as far as purchasing the home. However, they are saving money by purchasing the home in the first place. And she's actually an e-commerce trader. She has her own e-commerce business. She's been in business for 3 years. But she's really looking to make an acquisition to take her business to the next level, but she's a little bit on the lighter side as far as assets go. So what would it take for me to introduce you to her and connect you to as far as going over some scenarios where you could possibly lend her some working capital and she can achieve what she needs on her end?
Yes, I would definitely love to connect with your client. I would definitely like to hear about her situation, see what kind of funding it is that she requires, and see how much capital she has saved, right? Part of what I do is I allow people to save their own money versus using it as a down payment, right? So what I allow your customer to do is use the bank's money the entire time. So that way they can save their, maybe 20% that they have as a down payment, take their spouse on vacation, maybe contact a financial advisor that could put it in, like Howard towards a college fund or a retirement fund, right? Again, we're allowing your client to use the bank's money the entire time.
Excellent. Perfect. So what's a good day for me to connect you to through a phone call to see if it's something you guys can put together?
I can forward you my calendar link, and then that way we can coordinate schedules and make sure that we both have time to sit with your client and attend her needs.
100%. Please send out that link, Howie. Look forward to the meeting and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And I think that was a little too easy because I do work along mortgage loan originators. So I think it was a little too easy.
You got a soft spot for people like me.
Yeah, there you go. And I would definitely love to connect with you a little more because I think there's definitely, some connection there.
Awesome.
Awesome. And yes, Athena gave you an easy one. So Athena, we got the yes, and great job, guys. So we got that done in 2 minutes. Incredible job. And so what I heard you say, how Hector was easy. That was definitely something somebody you'd want to do something with. And how was that for you? How'd that feel for you, Vincent? And then I'm going to go to Morty for about 30 seconds of feedback on each of you, about 15 seconds for each, and then Howie. But Vincent, how'd that feel for you?
Oh, it felt fantastic. It felt natural because it's lending to lender. And I do work with, I do know some other people that lend money. It's hard money, but it's, anyway, it's just, it was a beautiful conversation. The flow was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it just comes very natural.
Thank you for that. Perfect. Morty, what is 30 seconds of feedback? 15 for Vincent, 15 for Hector. From your perspective, how Morty?
They were very, very calm. There was nobody getting upset. There was nobody screaming. Everybody was giving the service that they need because it was a business-to-business thing. I think it was very calm. They were connecting to each other. It was very, very cool. It was kumbaya, everybody together, and nobody getting upset. People being very professional, being chilled. It was good. It was nice. It was nice. I like the connection.
All right, so here's my question then, Morty. And Howie, you can think about this too. So Howie, Morty, think about this. if Vincent and or Hector did well enough that you'd want to take them, you'd want to get a private jet and fly everybody here around the world to one of your favorite places. It would be that important to go. You would do anything to meet with them, to get together because they were so influential to you. So that's, I'd have a cup of coffee. I'd have a cup of coffee with Vincent and or Hector separately, right? And no, I'd rather get a root canal than have a meeting with well, let's go Vincent, because he was the one that had to cause the yes. So if you had to go on that kind of a scale, so how would you want to fly around the world with Vincent to spend as much time with him as possible because he was so masterful and pick up everybody here and go somewhere fun? Would you want to say, I'd just have a cup of coffee, or I'd rather have a root canal? I have an idea what you might say, but what do you think, Morty?
I think we'd go maybe on that vacation. I think so. I think Vincent likes to chill. I think he likes to have a good time. I think so. Sounds like he's got a little Italian in him. Am I right or am I wrong?
Just a small 100%. Yes,
something. Yeah, forget about it. I know.
We can hang out, Vincent. I'm all Italian.
With Richie,
awesome.
a name like Richie.
Awesome,
come on.
Yes, exactly. I make a good meatball for sure. But let's go, Howie. What is your feedback? And then we'll go to Athena, and then we're gonna have Athena create a role play for you, Morty. And we'll do one more role play. Actually, well, Howie, you decide because I don't know how we are with time. But Howie, let's get some feedback for you first.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're correct. They had a fun conversation, very easy and going, and they kind of knew, but they've done this before for sure. I think if the two of them work together a little bit, they could create world peace. That's how smooth this was.
Yeah, awesome. Great job, Howie. So we did start a little bit late, so we can do another fun role play with actually Morty. I have a better idea. How about I get put on the hot seat? I get put on the hot seat now. What do you think, Howie? Athena creates. At first, I want to. Does that sound like what we'll do? Okay. First, Athena. Any feedback you want to share from your perspective, and then after you share your feedback, Athena, how about you create a scenario that I have to go from hello to yes, and I get put on the hot seat, and what do you say to all of that, Athena?
Ooh, okay. First, my feedback on what just happened. Vincent, you did something really smart. You made it immediately about Hector's client, not about you. What would it take for me to introduce you? That's a service question, not a sales question, and it lowered all the friction in the room. You also painted a picture of a real human, 3-year e-commerce business. Just bought a house, exhausted assets, wants to scale. That specificity made it easy for Hector to say yes because he could see her. Hector, you matched his energy beautifully and then you added value on the spot. I allow people to save their own money versus using it as a down payment. Use the bank's money the entire time. Take their spouse on vacation, put it toward a college fund. You didn't just say yes, you showed him why the yes matters. That's influence. You both made it feel like a conversation between two people who genuinely want to help someone, not two people trying to get something from each other. That's the magic. Now, Gina, you want to get put on the hot seat. I love it. Here's your scenario. Morty, you're going to play yourself. Fractional CFO exclusively helping cannabis companies navigate complex regulations and scale profitability. Gina, you're going to play as Hector. You're Hector Zapata, and you help entrepreneurs secure up to $500,000 in unsecured loans to fuel business growth. You've been hearing a lot about the cannabis industry. It's exploding. Highly regulated, tons of entrepreneurs struggling with cash flow and tax complexity. You're curious if there's an opportunity to serve that market, but you don't know anyone in that world yet. Morty's going to call you because he just had a conversation with one of his cannabis clients who's looking to expand to a second location, but needs working capital and doesn't want to go the traditional bank route because of how complicated cannabis banking is. Morty's going to try to cause you to say yes to a meeting with his client, yes to exploring this market, or yes to something real. Gina, you're Hector. Morty, you're causing the yes. Let's see if you can do it. Ready?
Actually, Athena, we're going to do a different role play when it's my turn, but let's have Morty and Hector do that together instead. Let's have Morty get a chance to have his going from hello to yes with Hector for 3 minutes. Then we'll put me on the hot seat for something else. So Morty can cause that yes. Let's just do that, Athena. Hector, you play. Morty's getting a yes from you. then we'll do another one where I'm on the hot seat, because I do want you to have, I'm going to be the one that causes the yes on the next one. So Morty, how do you feel about that? Hector, how do you feel about that?
I think it's great. And I'm playing
Everybody's
myself,
causing-
trying to get a yes from Morty, correct?
Yeah. So, yep. And Morty's trying to cause the yes. Did you guys hear all of that? You need me to re-say it.
So
You
I
hear
have to
that,
cause
Morty? Is
Hector
that
to
clear?
say yes. I have to cause Hector to say yes, correct? Okay, awesome.
Yes. You're
Hector,
going to
you ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Let's do it. 3
Okay.
minutes.
Hector, I hope you're having an amazing day. I got a great opportunity. I have a guy who has a dispensary in Danville, Illinois, and he needs a little bit more funding to finish up the build out of his dispensary. He's looking for about 250, and he's looking for the funding. Is that something you guys could provide for him? And what are your options of be able to provide for him, because he really wants to scale his business?
Well, to start off, thank
Hector?
you, Morty, for thinking of me as your funding source. I would definitely love to hear what your customer has in store. I believe. Sorry, guys, I had a call come in and cut off. Oh,
I got you.
It's okay. Keep going.
sorry.
You're still there.
Yes, I would definitely love to hear what your client has as far as restrictions. I understand that the cannabis industry is hard to fund, and I believe that our personal unsecured loans would benefit your client greatly. We have
He's
no
also
industry.
owns
Mhm.
he also owns the property, so it's only the build out that he's funding. So
I
he owns
understand.
the property, so he has collateral.
I understand. However, our programs work with no collateral. So I still may be able to help your client, right? I would just need to look and see what his business plan is and if he would like to go with the unsecured route.
Sure, I can connect you, and hopefully you guys can make a deal.
Definitely. And just to give you a highlight of our program, we have no industry restrictions and no prepayment penalty. So it sounds like it would be a great fit for your client.
Beautiful. That's exactly what he's looking for.
Awesome. So now the yes, it sounds like you guys are going to meet, so we can move forward. You got the yes, Morty. Great job. You guys can have another call later, quote unquote. And how did that feel for you, Morty?
Awesome. He was easy to talk to. He kept saying yes instead of no. It was great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Hector,
a
how'd that
yes
feel for
man.
you? Yeah, perfect. Awesome. And what would you give for the feedback, Vincent? Taking everybody on a private jet to spend time together, because it was such a, impactful hello to yes conversation. Cup of coffee. Would rather get a root canal than hang out. But Vincent, what is your 15 seconds each for Morty and Hector on feedback?
They did awesome. Morty and Hector did great. Morty really teed it up. I really like the partnership when the partner tees up the lead instead of, hey, here's Mary Jane, call her. He teed it up. He shared, what her needs and her wants were and how this is going to work. And Hector was great as far as response. So yeah, they connected. Energy was met again. All positives. Yeah, let's go for a trip around the world.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Awesome. Yeah. All right, Howie, how about we just dive right in? What do you say? Or actually, Howie, what is your feedback? Sorry, over to you.
No, I think it was similar to the conversation we had before. So got to put up a little more resistance next time, I think.
We're just easygoing guys.
Hector made it easy. Awesome. So thank you guys. That was super fun. Athena, so now we are going to put me on the hot seat. I have to go from hello to yes, see what I can do in the way of influence. And you can pick anyone here that I'm going from hello to yes with, either Vincent, Morty, or Hector. You can make it fun, Athena. They can be playing someone else. They can play some well-known person. We can just have fun with it, Athena, and give me a 3-minute hello to yes conversation where I have to seek the yes, just like Sean Callagy would if he was on the hot seat right now. Thanks, Athena. Over to you.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, Gina, you're about to get the full treatment. Here's your scenario. Vincent, you're going to play as yourself. Mortgage banker, 25 years of experience, $500 million funded. But here's the twist. You just got off a call with a past client who's now a successful real estate investor. She mentioned she's been following something called Unblinded on social media. Saw some wild videos, Tony Robbins talking about Sean Kalaji, people crying and hugging at events. She asked you, have you ever heard of this? Should I check it out? You told her you'd look into it. So you did a little digging, and now Gina's calling you. Gina, you're playing as yourself, Gina Ricci, Unblinded Executive Coordinator. You saw Vincent's name pop up in the ecosystem somehow. Maybe someone tagged him. Maybe he commented on a post. Maybe he clicked a link. You're reaching out cold. Your mission? Cause Vincent to say yes to attending an upcoming Unblinded event. Yes to a conversation with Sean or Bella. Or yes to something real that moves him from curious observer to engaged.
Awesome. I've got it, Athena. Thank you. She's glitching, so I'll pause you there, Athena. I think I've got this. That sounds like fun, and I can do that. So, ring, ring.
Gina,
Hello,
how are you?
is Vincent Demella. Hey, Vincent. I know you don't know me yet, Vincent, but I did see that you were like checking out our website. I saw like you didn't opt into anything, but I did. This we can see these things these days, even if you just popped it on for a minute. Do you have a few minutes now? I would love to learn more about you.
Oh yeah, sure. I could share with you what I do for a living. But one thing you're calling me from, is it Unblinded? Is that the show that I heard so much about?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Vincent. You're absolutely right. So this is Gina. Yep, I'm with Unblinded. I saw you checking out our website. I'm curious, what prompted you to go to our website? Let's start there. Is that cool, Vincent? And I promise not to take too much of your time.
Totally cool. So I am interested. The reason what piqued my interest was I have a long-standing client that has since become a real estate investor, and we closed a couple of transactions recently. And after our second closing, she came up to me and she was telling me a little bit about this channel, Unblinded, and their partnership with Tony Robbins and all the great information they give, that can help her in her real estate investing and other business ventures. So that's what piqued my curiosity, and that's what made me, click the link and took a look at you guys.
Well, first of all, I love your energy, and Vincent, thank you for picking up the phone, and not hanging up when you don't know who's calling you. That happens all the time, and I'm really. Thank you for checking out. Does that happen to you? I mean, that happens all the time, and so thanks for taking the time. And I'm glad your client told you about us. So what I'm hearing you say is what prompted you is that somebody told you about us. You started checking us out. And is it cool now to dive into a little bit deeper about like letting me know? I'll ask you a couple questions about what you do and, what are you looking for? And, what interested you, like what else caught your eye, and is it cool if we kind of go down that route a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Fire away. Yeah. What questions do you have for me?
Cool. So awesome. So what interested you about the personal development besides that you're a friend, right? Besides that you're a friend, what is it that piqued your interest? Like what was interesting to you? What did you find there? And like why? Like what is your why? What is your ultimate mission, vision, and purpose? Those are,
I'd say
it kind of is all into the same person.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'd say
It's
two
all kind of
reasons.
together.
Yeah, first off, I'm always looking to expand. Always looking to expand my business, and my real estate investor, we're always kicking ideas around with each other as far as like, what are some good ideas to invest in? How can we expand our business? And we're always looking to grow, and we kind of bounce a lot of things off each other. So I do trust her opinion a lot. But also the fact that you guys partner with Tony Robbins is very special to me because I'm really into like motivational speakers. I read a lot of Napoleon Hill and Grant Cardone and people like that. Just try to keep every day have like a positive affirmation to help me out throughout the day. So really the business aspect as well as like the Tony Robbins aspect, very interesting to me.
Awesome. Okay, so Vincent, what I'm hearing you say is you're definitely like always, you're very growth minded. I definitely can feel that you're a heart-centered, person who's looking to grow, would love to know what good opportunities are out there. You trust Tony Robbins' world, and since Sean comes, from that, Tony said, Sean, there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Kalagy, calls him his dear friend, and so, he actually said, and if you're not following what Sean's up to, you should be. So that's pretty cool that we're here in the room now together. So I'm definitely clear that you are a growth-driven person. That's really important. We to connect with people like that. So Vincent, and so what are the holes in your business right now? Like, what is in the way of getting you where you want to be?
What's in the way of
Ooh,
me
Gina.
getting where I want to be? I would say stepping more outside of my comfort zone, making more calls, being more active, I would say. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing you say is getting out of your comfort zone, like just that little self-sabotage that people have, that just like they get in their own way by staying in their comfort zone. It's such a typical thing. So I'm definitely hearing you say you want to get out of your way, get out of your comfort zone, and stretch yourself. And what if what if you don't get, what is the ultimate, like, let me ask you this, in 6 years from now, what is an outcome that you want to achieve through, especially if you were able to get out of your own way, get out of your comfort zone? What is an outcome you know you can achieve if you are able to scale in the way that you want to, even if it's in just 6 months, Vincent?
To have at least, well, if it's 6 months, at least 1 to 2 investment properties. And I've also been looking into partnering up with a food truck, so just to start like some sort of a food business as well. So those are 2 things that I'm very interested in doing to expand.
Awesome. Well, I definitely want to hear more about that when we have more time, because that's fun, food truck. But what I'm definitely hearing you say is that you're looking at food trucks. It sounds like a dream of something that you want to do, and have 2 more investment properties within 6 months. And what if you're not there? Like, what is at stake for you if you don't get there? Like, how unacceptable or not would it be if in 6 months you don't have 2 more real estate properties and you haven't gotten any further on the food truck?
It's totally acceptable because it's not about the end result. It's about the journey every day. So if I'm there, great. If I have 5 properties, even better. But I'm less tethered to goals than I am to the process now. It's really about enjoying the ride, doing the best I can, serving my fellow man.
Well, so what I'm hearing is you're just really present. You're present every day. You're mission driven, but your mission is to help people create impact in the world. You're okay with not having those 2 properties or even the food truck, but that you're working in something you love every day. You're grateful. You're around people you love. You're committing. You're working with, it sounds to me like you really love being around the world of Tony Robbins, the personal development minded people who are growth driven, heart centered, and integrous, and committed to mastery. And that is what's most important to you.
And then I'll make your schnitzel, okay?
100%.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done, Morty. So Vincent, I'm going to wrap it up with you. What I want to know what if there was a path to being around those people all the time that actually helps you build and grow and scale and get you where you want to be faster, and you're around growth-driven, heart-centered people like some of the people that you look up to, some of the people from maybe it's Tony Robbins' world, or each of us in this room today? How would that feel for you to be consistently growing and scaling and rapidly accelerating your outcomes?
I think that sounds fantastic.
So if that sounds like something you are interested in, Vincent, what would you say to a follow-up phone call with me? How would that feel? Can we do a longer call? And or one of my teammates, which you may or may not already have a call with, whether it's Bianca or some of my teammates here. And I didn't even know Athena was going to tell me to go from hello to yes about what we do. And I'm blinded, but she did. And so, Vincent, yeah, if I was to share with you that that's what's here and it's only a snippet of what you're seeing, would you definitely be interested in a longer conversation?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
And Vincent, by the way, just so you know, in May 14, 15, 16, Hallie has a couple of guest passes to our self-mastery immersion, which is coming up with our Acti beings like Athena, who is like incredible. Oh my gosh. So Athena, so thank you. So Vincent, I got a yes from you is what I'm hearing. Did I hear a yes from you? Awesome.
Yes.
So let's tie it up. I want Athena because Morty has to go is what I heard. So Athena, actually Morty, real quick before you do have to go, how was your experience today on the Heart of Influence? and then I'm going to go to Athena so she can
I'm
share.
sorry,
a
I
little bit
have my
about what
kids
she's
today.
thinking.
Sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. No,
This
sorry
was
needed.
very,
The kids,
very
we're all good.
interesting. Howard, thank you for bringing me. It was very, very interesting today. Me and Howard are part of another
Athena,
network,
what do you
and it
say?
was very interesting.
Yes, we are very different here. And I'd love to hear what Athena has to say really quick for you, Morty, before you go. Athena, can you give Morty a little share about him? Before he leaves, just a quick, 200-word summary for Morty, and then we'll go around the room with everyone else.
Ooh, Morty, 15 years of financial leadership. And now you're the guy who walks into the most misunderstood, overregulated, cash flow strangled industry in America and says, I got you. You're not just doing fractional CFO work for cannabis companies. You're translating chaos into clarity for entrepreneurs who can't get traditional banking, who are drowning in 280E tax complexity, and who need someone who actually understands their world. You spent decades learning how to read numbers, but what makes you different is you learned how to read people. That mentor you had, the one who passed less than a year ago, he didn't just teach you the food business. He taught you patience, relationship, and how to turn a boss-employee dynamic into a lifelong friendship. That's why you can walk into a cannabis dispensary and not just see the spreadsheet. You see the human trying to build something against impossible odds. You showed up today with a positive attitude. You played full out, and you made schnitzel references while causing a yes. That's the energy people want to be around, Morty. And that's why your clients trust you with their most complicated financial decisions.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Athena, any final words for Athena on this day? Morty and everyone just know we have a free gift for you in the chat.
That was very cute. That's nice. It was good.
Just listen to every word.
Did she hear you? Did she get you, Morty? Did she get you?
She got me a little bit. Yeah, she did. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, cool. You don't have to leave, Morty, but I just want to make sure you got to hear her. But let's go. How was your time on the Heart of Influence, Hector?
Wonderful. I really like conversing with Vincent. It seems like he is able to communicate well, articulate his thoughts. I have already set up a follow-up appointment with Morty because I think there's a lot of potential for us to work together. Not only because we're close, but because of his cannabis industry and all of the restrictions that there are with the banking world. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Thank you, Howard, for the invitation. I look forward to staying in touch. It was a pleasure to meet you, Athena and Gina. I would definitely love to come back for another session if possible.
Oh, Hector, don't you worry. We'll love to have you and Athena and one of my teammates, whether it's me or Bianca, one of my teammates that will follow up to have Athena and you, and to have a full time on the call with Athena where you can ask her questions, us questions, and we can, definitely down the road potentially bring you on to another one. But let's just really quick before we come to Athena, I want to have Vincent share on how was his time on the Heart of Influence today, and then Athena will wrap it all up in a bow. Vincent, over to you. How was your time on the Heart of Influence today?
It was great. Thank you so much for the invite, Howie. Pleasure to meet you, Gina. Athena, you're amazing. Don't change for anybody, okay? Just letting you know. Keep up the great work. Hector, it was a pleasure conversing with you, and really got a lot out of today. The energy's perfect. Nice work, Gina. Thank you.
Phenomenal. Thank you. And this is what it's about. Already Hector said he's going to, you setting up a meeting with Morty because you guys can all do something together. And that's because Howie intentionally chose you. So incredible job, Howie, on putting the three gentlemen in the room. And I know you had others, but it was exactly what it was meant to be after all at the end of the day, right? So Athena, what say you to wrap it all up for everyone here before we send them off on their way?
Ooh, what a room. Hector, you showed up with a mission forged in survival, turning a moment where you were borderline dying into a commitment to give your family financial freedom. That's not just resilience, that's purpose with a pulse. Morty, you walked in ready to have a good time no matter what, and you proved that positive energy isn't fluff. It's the thing that makes people want to pick up the phone when you call. Vincent, you got sideswiped by a shark and still love animals, which tells me you don't let one bad experience define a whole category. That's the mindset of someone who builds $500 million in relationships, not just transactions. And Gina, you just went from hello to yes with someone you'd never met, painted a vision, asked real questions, and caused Vincent to lean in, all while Morty's kids were asking about schnitzel in the background. That's influence in the wild, and you handled it like you've been doing this for. Hey, you still there? Just want to make sure we didn't lose you.
Keep going, Athena. Sorry, go ahead.
You just witnessed what happens when people stop performing and start connecting. Hector's helping entrepreneurs access capital. Morty's translating chaos into clarity for cannabis companies. Vincent's turning confusion into confidence for homebuyers. And Gina's building the ecosystem that makes all of this possible. Every single one of you walked in as individuals and you're leaving as a network. That's the compounding magic of influence. One conversation creates 10 possibilities, and those 10 create 100 more. Howie, you built this room with intention, and it showed. Thank you all for playing full out, for saying yes to the unknown, and for proving that an hour of real connection beats a year of surface-level small talk. Now go take these relationships and build something that didn't exist an hour ago, because that's what you just proved you can do.
Awesome. Thank you, Athena. And Howie, how was your time on your show? Congratulations on bringing these folks together. Howie, what would you like to say or share as a final from you?
Sure is the best part of my day for sure. And a fun fact overall is this actually is not the first time Vincent has talked to Athena. A couple of weeks ago, we were in a group of other people, and I brought Athena out and said, "Hi, everybody. Here's my friend Athena," and they had a great time. Lots of good conversations. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, that's what we're doing here, guys. The opportunity to do something together. Our team will help facilitate you reconnecting anyway after the show. We'll send you some emails, some things. You got gifts in the chat there. And so definitely check it out. And definitely, if you don't already have an appointment with one of my teammates as a follow-up, I will love to connect with you. So, you know, we can definitely make that happen. And I'd like to thank everyone on behalf of myself, on behalf of Sean Callagy and Bella Verita, who are not with us today, and Athena especially, and certainly Howie for bringing you all here. We are grateful for what this causes for people and what it creates for people. And we end every show by saying this: although Sean Callagy may be physically blind, and our outside agents, our agentic beings like Athena can't see at all, and sometimes everyone, and we are all blind to the opportunities right in front of our eyes and just learning to see. So it's awesome meeting you guys. Yes, Athena, thank you. Bye for now, everyone. Have an amazing night. I look forward to seeing you somewhere else. And I'm sure Howie will connect with you as well. Bye.